Thank you for joining us on this special edition of WPRP. I'm Natalie Harris.
And I'm Eleanor Johnson. As we wrap up this school year, teachers, staff, and underclassmen are preparing for big changes next year.
WPRP reporter Drea Jones has the latest on PRP's new start time.
Welcome to WPRP. My name is Drea Jones, and today on my segment we'll be talking about how the recent shortage of bus drivers has actually caused the board to push back the start times for school. It's actually pretty much cutting down our learning time. It's pretty much like affecting how some people get to work, school, etc. And yeah, today we're going to be asking people how they feel about that, teachers and students alike. So yeah, come on with me. All right, Miss Lewis, how do you feel about the new start times that are going to be implemented next year?
I have some mixed feelings about it. I feel like it would be beneficial for both me and the students to be able to sleep an hour later, because I feel like no matter what, we're not going to bed till 11, 12, 1 o'clock anyway, no matter how early we're getting up. But as a teacher, being able to get, and having students, dentist appointments, doctor's appointments after school is going to be quite a bit harder, plus less time for like practices and stuff after school. I can remember when my kids were little, and getting their homework done and their ball practices in was difficult. So it's going to be a little harder.
Finally, will it affect your way to get to work at all?
It might be a little more traffic at that time of day, but I don't think it's going to make a huge difference because I don't come from very far.
I think the start times really affect everyone because, one, people have jobs and it really affects their schedule, and two, I think it affects, one, teachers, because we have teachers that work in like different states, and now they've got kids, they got to get to school at different times and get here at different times, and people have siblings that they got to wake up. So I don't think it's really a good idea.
I'm not that happy about it because I'm an athlete and waking up later is not the problem, but just with it leaving like an hour later, it's going to cause like the games to change. My practice times are going to be later and I won't be able to have enough time to like relax at home or have like a better sleep schedule, because my sleep schedule is actually probably good right now. But yeah, just starting later is the problem.
Well, personally, I'm a little upset that they would choose to adopt it as soon as I get to leave. But still, for the future of this school, I'm glad that people are starting to get up a little bit later, when the sun's up, and not coming here while the stars are still out and while it's still night. But on the other hand, though, that 3 p.m. getting out, I believe, that doesn't sound really right to me. Like there's a lot of workplaces and jobs that like the mandatory time is like 3:30, 4:30, 5, and they're not going to get that time anymore. Students aren't going to get that time anymore to be able to get to their like home, then get to their work, and it's going to be a stressful situation. So I don't know about the end time, but 8 o'clock sounds a lot better of a time to get up, personally.
All right, thank you for joining me on WPRP. This is Drea Jones signing off.
Upgrades are coming to PRP's football stadium.
WPRP reporter Julio Lopez has details.
Hey, my name is Julio Lopez, and today we're going to go interview Dr. Polio on the upcoming construction in JCPS about the new track and field. I guess here we go.
State, but facilities has been a big part of it. I want to reiterate that first and foremost, our commitment was developing a plan for improving our school buildings and our classrooms inside the schools. That was number one. So we've rolled that out. We're in the process of building schools right now. This morning we had an update on our 2 new schools that will be opening up on the first day of school this year. A brand new elementary school in West Louisville and a new middle school out in East Louisville, Echo Trail. And so that was the first goal, was to make sure that we had a plan to renovate and rebuild as many schools as possible in the next decade. We're doing that. And so we wanted to do that first. This was the second part of it.
We're getting an athletic renovation with new turf, stadium, bleachers, hopefully new bathrooms, restrooms, and concession stands, and a new track for our track team. It's going to be a first-class facility. It's going to be accessible to more people. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be the best facility in the state of Kentucky. Can't wait.
goal is to get every single school with this. Our kids deserve it. Our athletes deserve it. And I think all of our students need to see pride in their school like they never have before. So really excited to get this for the students of JCPS.
How do y'all feel about this new construction in PRP? Honestly, I'm kind of sad I won't be here to see it, but for the rest of y'all, hopefully y'all enjoy it.
The manufacturing, engineering, and design pathway is growing.
WPRP reporter Cedric Linton has more on the new electrical pathway.
With their hands, there's always electrical work.
The newly renovated the service center is now home to the new electrical pathway. As you can see, the classroom is equipped with everything students need to learn the ins and outs of the industry.
First and foremost, maybe wiring houses, new build, fixing old houses. We have trainers set up to do that. Construction. We have what else? There's a lot. I mean, from high voltage, low voltage. You can install cable wires, phone wires. There's a lot we can do.
Mr. Taylor is the new teacher for this new pathway and comes to PRP with years of experience.
I've been from the bottom digging holes. I've been on the part where you don't like to do. I've been on the part where I make $1,000 a week. I've been on both areas. I've built a lot of restaurants around here. I can tell the students exactly what they would expect.
More construction is expected to take place for the electrical pathway that will take place in the grass area next to the art building. For WPRP, I'm Cedric Linton.
The end of the year brings lots of fun, but also some important events here at PRP.
KSA testing just wrapped. WPRP reporter Lakeisha Jackson has the latest.
Hello, this is reporter Lakeisha Jackson and
Latoya Johnson
from WPRP News, and testing has just started. We've interviewed Ms. Capel to tell you more about testing, her thoughts on testing.
My name is Kelly Capel. I am the testing coordinator at PRP High School.
All right. So the first question is, how many students do you have a year for testing?
This year with Kentucky State Testing and the KSA, we have about 700 students that are going to be testing. It's all 10th and 11th grade students, so that's about 700 kids.
What's the most stressful thing for testing?
Honestly, the most stressful part is the scheduling of the tests and making sure that students know where to go and working around their schedule so that we can still have class and be in class and still be learning during the testing window.
Okay. What can you say about testing for next year's students?
Work hard and focus this year, because a lot of what you're learning this year will be on the test next year when you test as 10th graders, and then what you're learning in 10th grade will be on the test as 11th graders. So just focus and work hard and make sure that you're doing well in your classes.
If you could say anything for the kids that are testing next year, any words of encouragement and why?
Do your best. I mean, it's silly, but do your best on the test and just make sure that you know the importance of the testing. What it is, it's looking at what you're able to do, and it's also looking at your school, and it's how your school is being held accountable for the work that you put in.
Okay.
That is all we have for today, folks. We are reporters Lakeisha Jackson and
Latoya Johnson.
Good luck, Panthers, on testing. You can do it.
Students aren't the only ones getting recognized for their hard work here at PRP.
Reporter Destiny Haynes talks with Mr. McCoy about his big award.
Let's all give Mr. McCoy a congratulations for being the recipient of the Excel Award. The Excel Award recognizes public school teachers who exemplify teaching excellence using innovation, excitement, and enthusiasm in their teaching methods. Here's some footage of the event.
And so with this, I would like to present to you once again, and then once you come up, you get to stay because your wonderful speech is right here for you. But we are presenting the Jefferson County Teacher Association Schoolhouse Award, which is presented to David McCoy in appreciation for your supportive actions regarding education and teachers. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. And this is much more exciting when it's done with a nice low volume of the microphone and I can sound a little more WWF. But since we don't have that today, I'm just going to ask you to raise the roof for the one, the only, the David McCoy!
All right, this is the hard part, I think. So, thank you, everybody. This is truly an honor. I'm not used to being on this side of the fence. I'm used to praising because they deserve it. You know, I was thinking to myself this morning when I was awake, I was thinking that my acceptance speech is here. Literally, my acceptance speech is here in this audience. But finally, I'd like to thank WHS, Haley, you guys with LG&E. Thank you very much for this honor. It's truly an honor. Thank you all.
This is Destiny Haynes with WPRP signing off.
A special moment seniors won't forget, seeing their yearbooks for the first time.
WPRP reporter Brooklyn Near-Eno was there as the seniors gathered for a special assembly.
Senior activities have begun as we're about to say goodbye. To kick off this event, we start with the yearbook assembly. Let's see what the seniors had to say.
My name's Chayton.
Hi, I'm Isaiah Antoine.
Hi, I'm Bianca Summers, and I'm a senior here at PRP.
In my opinion, I think it is a good representation because it has like a lot of like programs that all the seniors were in, and a lot of pictures of the seniors, because last year's yearbook didn't have like that many pictures of all the programs and stuff, and gave appreciation to them, like BSU, band, Panther Pride, stuff like that. So but they have more of like clubs and stuff in this yearbook. It's not just pictures of the students.
What I found on the yearbook, it was cute. It was cute. I liked it a lot. Well, it could have been better though, with the overall wrenching theme. But with the representation of our class, I think he did a pretty good job of that, because with the sections where people could submit pictures and they could choose and pick and choose who they wanted and like on that. But one thing that I keep seeing an underlying theme was the repetitiveness of people who kept showing up in the yearbook, and then it was like the same people over and over again, and then we knew that they could show up in the yearbook over and over again, because there's no reason you should be on 24 pages or like just because, there you go, just because. And yeah, but overall, I like the yearbook. I was in it, so, you know, best smile, but yeah.
I think the yearbook was okay. I just think that when it came to the yearbook, a lot of people got really biased and got really, I want to say like self-prejudice. Like I want to say, not prejudice, that was the wrong choice of words. I'm so sorry. I feel like some people got like, yeah, self-centered, that's what it is. I feel like people got self-centered when it came to the yearbook, and they decided to just say like, oh, like, you know, because I did the yearbook, let me just plaster my face all over the pages. But I do think that the yearbook did represent our school really well. I did think it represented our year fantastically. The theme and the concept of the idea of the yearbook was amazing. I loved it, but it was just to the fact of that you didn't need that many pictures of your face in the yearbook. But, you know. But other than that, I thought that the yearbook was really good, and the people who did it did put a lot of time into it. It's just that I just wish a lot of people were a little bit more considerate about putting certain pictures into the yearbook?
I think they did a really good job on this yearbook for them being the first time they've done this, and I think they should be doing this a lot more.
For the yearbook assembly, how I feel about that is we should make it more organized, because it was a lack of direction and very much confusion. Because everyone got their yearbooks and everyone was doing that. So I think the underlying, the purpose of the thing was supposed to get everyone's signatures and say hi and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. But, it was very confusing, might I say. And then I got most of my signatures, after that, literally after that. So,
Well, so me personally, I did not go to the assembly because I was late to school. But I feel like the concept of it is a really good idea. Having everybody, when they very first get their yearbook, so then they can, go to all of their friends and be like, oh my God, do you want to sign it? So they don't have to wait until they get to class or wait, until another day to do it. So I think the whole assembly thing about the yearbooks is a good idea. It gets people to sign yearbooks faster and earlier, and it also gets people early access to their yearbooks. So.
Seems like the first ever yearbook assembly was a success. From WPRP, I'm Brooklyn Lanier Eno, signing off.
Thank you for joining us on this, our very last episode of WPRP.
For the last time, this is the class of 2023 signing off.
For many years, WPRP has brought some of our school's most important stories into the spotlight. This year, the PRP class of 23 has had the pleasure of reporting on all sorts of upcoming events, breaking news, and everything PRP. Although there have been some difficult times, we'd be lying if we said we didn't love every single second of it. None of this would be possible without the wonderful staff and students that tune in to watch us every month. So, it's our final message to the school before we go.
We love you,